Yo, what is up, boys? How's it going? And welcome back to another episode of the Rant Cafe Anime Podcast. Here we are talking about anime once again. You'll love to see it. Today we're doing a small little bracket covering the nostalgia trip anime. This is my list. I lied. I actually stole this off of the YouTube channel Nux Taku from fucking 7 years ago or something like that.
Yeah. Get ripped, Nux. Get ripped.
You think this would be my bracket? Look how disgustingly it's edited. You think I would edit a bracket like that?
I was actually confused. I was like, what is this disgusting image?
Look at those round, ugly, uneven lines. I could never.
Briggs would be beautiful.
Alright, we got Naruto versus Dragon Ball in the first round.
Well, for me that's easy because Naruto, I only recently read the manga. I never got into it as a kid, so for me Dragon Ball is way more nostalgic.
I agree.
Because this is a nostalgia bracket, not a better series bracket.
Right?
Okay,
to make that clear, this is a nostalgia bracket. What makes you feel more nostalgia, not what is the better series.
Yeah, I watched both Dragon Ball and Naruto when I was younger, and I had the exact same experience with both of them, where it was like I would watch them like Saturday mornings, and it was just like I had no idea what was going on. The episodes were out of order. I only really saw like a dozen from like each. I watched like 3 or 4 from Naruto, and then like 12 to 15 from Dragon Ball, just randomly scattered when I was really, really young. And I'm like, those were so cool. I want to watch them. And then when I ended up,
I had a similar experience too. But so the Naruto anime started in 2002, which is around the time that I watched Dragon Ball 2, because even though Dragon Ball Z is like from the late 80s, it was airing on Western television like way later. So that's around the time that I was watching Dragon Ball. Yeah, so you could have been also watching Naruto at that time.
Yeah, for me they were airing at like the exact same time. I remember like just watching these ninjas run through the forest during like the tuning exams. I'm like, what the hell? This is the coolest shit ever. And I watched the episode where Frieza killed Krillin, and it was like the second episode of Dragon Ball I ever watched, and it's like immersed into my memory.
I feel like Dragon Ball for me, like my siblings were like really big into Dragon Ball Z. So my earlier memory of these two would be definitely Dragon Ball Z.
Mine was most definitely Naruto. I do have very fond memories of watching the tuning exams with my older brother. When Rock Lee dropped the weights, that burned in my memory when I was younger.
Guys, 30-year-old spoilers here. Can't believe this.
I didn't even see when I was younger, like Dragon Ball was like the show that would come on Saturday mornings.
Oh yeah.
That was the show that was on.
Dude, I went to school and started like doing Kamehamehas and punching kids.
Yeah.
It was iconic.
I remember Dragon Ball was big. I just remember like my thought being like, ooh, this is cool art style. They got crazy hair. My mom would hate this.
I feel like even if you didn't see it,
my mom would hate this. My mom would hate this.
Literally, my mom was one of those like very like conservative, like scared to let me watch anything kind of like when I was growing up. So like I wasn't allowed to watch Pokemon or Harry Potter until I was in like 8th grade.
All right, final votes. I'm voting Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball 2, yeah.
It's already Dragon Ball, but I always put Naruto.
Nice. All right, the next matchup, I think. Actually, I lied. I don't know how it's gonna go. We got Sailor Moon versus Yu-Gi-Oh. For me, it's easy. I literally still play Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
It's also easy for me.
Sorry, I totally dissociated for a moment. Where are we at in this bracket?
Sailor Moon
versus Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh man.
This is another show. They have crazy hair. They have weird lines in their art.
They do.
My mom would hate this.
I think for me though, like these two are two that I watched so much of when I was younger. Both of them. So I'm not sure where I know where everyone can vote on a general stance, but personally, I'm not sure on these two yet.
Yeah, so for me, I watched some Sailor Moon as a kid, I admit, but I never got super into it because I just felt it was kind of girly. Like, I didn't think Tuxedo Mask was cool at all, and like she kept simping
he
for
wasn't.
him.
He was terrible.
He was terrible.
So I was kind of like,
absolutely terrible.
I didn't get it. Like I did think like oh, these girls have cool colored hair and they're hot, but like I don't remember too much beyond that. And I know there was the magic stuff going on and the cats. I remember the cats. But for Yu-Gi-Oh, not only was the anime great, but the card game, yeah, like I have massive nostalgia for that because I remember like as kids we would like hang out in our neighborhood and play cards, and we would play for like if you lose you have to give up one of your best cards.
Ooh.
And then some kid would like run away after losing, like grab his cards and run, and then we had to chase him down. And...
Yeah, dude.
Actually,
the Yu-Gi-Oh mafia over here. Holy.
Yeah, I mean, if you put up or shut up, you're not gonna like say you're gonna gamble your cards and then run away if you lose. You're gonna get a beating.
Literally
childhood gambling. Let's go. Yu-Gi-Oh cards got banned from my school.
In the Yu-Gi-Oh ghetto, bro. Grew up in the Yu-Gi-Oh hood.
I never want to hear Animag say that ever again.
Dude, straight up.
I will say I did get banned. I will say when I was younger, I was the main cause of why we got banned because I pit so much on several people. We had several transfer students I had, and I beat them both in card games. And I was a little devious little loser who would want to take your Dark Magician Girl because I know how valuable it was to people. And because of that, I literally got a call from the kid's mom telling me to give it back, and I wouldn't.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
My mom got us mean little shit. I swear.
Dude, it was so bad. We literally had like fist fights over Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Briggs. It was
crazy. I remember we used to do the same thing where we would duel. We'd both put up like a card of like equal value up for like the stakes, and the winner would like get like, and it kind of the cards just kind of circulated. Like I would lose a card, I would get a card. They kind of just circulated around. It was fun, but then you get like the kids who don't want to give up the card, right? And
yeah,
like
but they agreed.
But you agreed to it.
They're gonna do it.
I was in like a split class, like 4-5, grade 4-5 split class. So the bigger grade 5 would be like the enforcers. They'd be like, whoever fucking lost the duel will give their card or else we're coming.
Oh
what a terrifying place to grow up.
They're all Italian, all hair slicked back. Leather jackets.
Like an episode of Grease. West Side Story.
Oh, that reminds me. I had long hair growing up until I was like 8 years old, like really like to my shoulders. And
God,
then
I wish I could see a photo.
I will send you a photo. But I cut my hair because of Yu-Gi-Oh. I thought his hair was so cool. I literally at the barber, like I want to spike my hair. I want to spike my hair up. Like Yu-Gi-Oh and Dragon Ball Z. I'm like I need spiky hair.
Oh,
wow!
That's
what
so funny.
Amazing
what a
nerd
chat.
story.
I need.
I think around this time I bowl cut my hair. Okay.
I need to see photo evidence. You have no idea how much I would live for this right now. Good God, I love that.
During this time I was bald, so I can't really comment.
No one has spoken on other than Animac on Sailor Moon. I think it was one of the earliest like anime that really showed like for young girls that they could be both, you know, the whole like romance obviously and it's cutesy and stuff, but like the whole like magical girl, save the universe, powerful. Yeah. So like it was definitely iconic, but I gotta agree with you. I think I remember more of Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. I was
like it
say,
stuck with me all this time. So for nostalgia, I think I'm going for Yu-Gi-Oh just purely because that nostalgia has carried with me. Like sure, Sailor Moon meant a lot to me when I was younger, but I carried Yu-Gi-Oh with me all this time to this day.
I'm still upset at the US for banning the actual like there were lesbians in Sailor Moon and they did not vote in the West. It was banned in the West.
Really?
I know,
That's
yes.
so fucking dumb.
Ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that like back in the day. People were saying that two of them were.
There was actually there was.
I don't know if it was like implied or.
No, they literally completely rewrote it in the West.
Yeah, it was censored completely.
You can't beat the nostalgia of
yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. I think you just can't.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean, I still listen to the freaking. It's time to do.
Oh yeah.
Come on,
yeah, you're right. Just that opening is like so
iconic.
Iconic.
I was in a shawarma place the other day, and they had like some Egyptian music going on in the background. I'm like, oh my god. It sounds like some dudes are about to throw down in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like the next guy who walks through the door is gonna have like 19 buckles on his jacket. Like, moving on to the next round, I have a story for this next round too.
We were born as nerds.
Story? There's story.
Yeah, Inuyasha versus Beyblade in the next round.
Oh no.
I'm just gonna say it. Beyblade wins for me because that's all I did when I was younger. I love playing with Beyblades and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I would challenge my friends like the rip-offs. I would always lose, but I would beat them in Yu-Gi-Oh.
I remember the actual Beyblades, nothing about the show.
Yeah,
That's what I'm about to say. I was like, yeah, I remember like playing with Beyblades, but I don't think I ever watched the show.
Commercials. I remember like the advertisements for the toys,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
I watched like a couple episodes of like newer Beyblade and like a couple of the original, but I just remember like the actual like,
Honestly,
figures and
the
stuff.
characters in Beyblade were way too cool, and it would make no sense that when they would like fucking like use their Beyblade that they controlled where it went somehow. I don't know, like their connection with their fucking the animal soul thing that's inside of it. I don't get it. But it was like it's like they're always fucking like they're jumping around, landing on top of each other. Like how are they making like spinning fucking like pieces of metal look this cool? The soundtracks were fire.
That's the one thing I remember. I also played Beyblade, but like I remembered watching the anime and it shit looked so cool, and it's like, bro, it's nothing like that in real life.
Oh no, I remember that too. It's
They had
so
fucking
over
actual,
dramatic.
dragons coming out of the Beyblade and fighting each other in the anime.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
was like,
And then you just got spinning tops.
Yeah, that's what I was looking
it was
for,
still
spinny tops.
fun, but not quite as fun.
Yeah, they were fun.
But
Wow.
I used to get like longer screws and replace the screws that were actually the original Beyblade had fucking
So you
screws in them.
cheated.
No, they didn't let me use the altered ones in the tournament. It was unfortunate. But
He tried.
Unfortunately,
He tried though. He tried.
yeah, so what I would do is I would get longer screws and then put multiple. There's like a piece of metal, like a metal weight in between the Beyblade. I would put multiple on, and like literally, it would like destroy people's Beyblade. Like people's Beyblade would fucking explode. They would crack and break.
No
But
wonder you couldn't use it.
yeah, no, it was.
It's that
You didn't
Italian
have another
mafia
couple other,
mentality, man.
Briggs, you're a monster.
No, but to be
Briggs
fair,
shows up to a tournament and other like 5-year-olds are crying.
Comes with
Their
the
Beyblades are
slick
broken
back
because
hair,
this
the
monster
leather
of a
jacket.
10-year-old Italian kid with a mustache.
well, I mean,
See, like baby Briggs showing up full-grown mustache, trench coat.
And you also got an advantage because there was like the piece of plastic that you used to like let it rip. You could get like a longer one, which would give you more speed and
Obviously.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, so many hilarious memories. But yeah, they wouldn't
That's
they
so
wouldn't let me
funny.
use it. But most of the people that I broke were like other people, like my friends that we would all just like manipulate our Beyblades. So when I went to the tournament, I'm like, of course, like in the show they manipulate their Beyblades. Like it's fucking part of the thing to build your own Beyblade, right?
Right.
But yeah, no, I
They
never
did not
broke.
get you.
I never broke some like poor kid that like didn't know. I just came out of nowhere and just fucking
Okay.
destroyed
I
it.
just want concept art of a little baby Briggs with a mustache and a trench coat now, with like this like Beyblade dragon behind him.
He's gotta be doing like the glasses push up though.
But with a full-grown mustache.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Sam, thank you for the 1,000 bits, you motherfucker.
Yes. I remember being literally like 4 or 5 years old, and like I used to beg my mom to let me stay up past my bedtime because Inuyasha was on Cartoon Network, whatever, Adult Swim or something like that, Toonami.
Yeah.
Late at night, and it was an hour
Toonami.
after my bedtime.
Aw.
So I would always just be like, please let me watch it. I'm like, I gotta watch it. I gotta see what happens.
Just like
Aw.
on whatever day it's airing.
Yes.
That's so cute.
Yeah,
It
but
was
that's
my
definitely
first
not a
ever
show
anime.
for 5-year-olds.
Listen, she didn't know any better. She okay. She
She didn't care.
she didn't
know.
care. But I loved I was so in love with like all those characters, even from a young age. Yeah, sure, it wasn't meant for kids, but I still loved them.
Yeah.
Like there were some dark themes. in there.
Definitely. So listen, my mom was letting me watch like horror movies at like 5 years old. I used to have nightmares.
Bro, your mom was letting you watch horror movies. My mother wouldn't let me watch Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
I'm
And
not even
Two
kidding.
different
I was
extremes
terrified.
here.
Literally, I was terrified of Harry Potter because my mom made it out to be like the most
It's
scary,
witchcraft.
like, terrifying thing ever. Yes, that's exactly what it was. I watched it in 8th grade with my dad because we bought the entire Blu-ray set, and then I literally we binged the entire thing and then went to go see the final one in the theaters.
That's awesome.
I got to have an actual childhood with this before it ended, and I was happy. About it. But yeah. Anyway, that's a tangent.
So anyway, Inuyasha
The only
Beyblade.
spoilers that I care about are the ones that are on my fucking body.
Speaking of Inuyasha Beyblade, the first time I ever watched Inuyasha, I'm like, oh my god, what episode of Naruto is this?
So
Anyway. Beyblade. I'm going Beyblade.
Yeah, Beyblade.
I think I'm gonna have to go for Inuyasha since I don't have much experience with Beyblade.
Yeah, because of the game Beyblade, I have to go with Beyblade. Even though I did like Inuyasha as a kid, and I remember like the openings and stuff. They were really good openings for Inuyasha. But you know, there's that, and then there's it's Beyblade.
I literally it sucks because I want to vote Inuyasha because of the show itself, and I love the show so much, and I actually watched it. Whereas Beyblade, I did not watch a single episode of Beyblade. The toys I remember very well, and I have a lot of significant memories with them. Not nearly as much as Mafia Briggs, but baby Mafia Briggs. But I don't know. I feel like it's
Mafioso Brigo.
So did everybody else vote? Does my vote not even count?
I voted Beyblade. Kiri, what did you vote?
I think that I'm for Inuyasha, but I think it's 3 versus.
Everybody else voted for Beyblade. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Beyblade is just
Kiri.
off
I'll
poise
vote
for me.
Inuyasha because I actually do prefer. Not only do I prefer it, but I do have nostalgia when it comes to the anime, specifically because it comes to the anime.
If we're talking about just anime, I would go Inuyasha. I did watch the anime at 5th grade, but I had too many memories of Beyblade.
That is my personal.
This is unfair because Inuyasha doesn't have a plastic toy.
Yeah,
but you know what? That plastic toy was part of our childhood.
Literally, honestly though.
And I literally played it as a 24-year-old man a couple of years ago because I was everyone was over my house and we're just like, remember those Beyblades and stuff? I'm like, dude, I still have 2 arenas and 20 Beyblades downstairs. Let's fucking go.
I still have mine up in the attic.
Anyway, Beyblade moves on.
It's gonna get destroyed by Dragon Ball Z anyway.
Oh yeah.
I'm only going to McDonald's if it has a toy, Dad. Okay, Pokemon versus Digimon in the final round of the first round.
Yeah, this is a rough one because I feel like it depends on the person because both of them are so big.
Digimon.
Monsters, Digimon.
I loved both of them. I loved both of them so much.
I have a confession. I didn't watch Digimon until I was older, so I'm going Pokemon.
Oh, that's fair. The thing about Pokemon is Pokemon had the advantage of everyone also playing the games, whereas Digimon, they probably had a game, but I don't think
you didn't have a Digivice. I had a Digivice. I used to put it on my clip it on my belt and walk around.
Yeah. Shit,
I might have had it. I don't know, but it wasn't an actual good game.
No, it sucked. It was
no, it's terrible.
It just made you get your steps in, and then you could evolve your Pokemon.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I feel like both of them are the anime. I feel like the Digimon anime was better. The Pokemon anime gets old fast when you get older. But in terms of pure nostalgia, I think Pokemon was just so big, and with the game and all the merch, and even Pokemon Go, Pokemon Go was so successful because of the nostalgia. So I don't think anything competes with Pokemon, man.
It's really tough.
I think that's true.
Also, Pokemon cards. I played every fucking game growing up. I used to wake up before school to watch Pokemon.
I had boxes and boxes of Pokemon cards, which is so sad, by the way. My mom sold them all in a garage sale.
Wow.
While I was in college.
Oh, I would have swooped in on that garage sale. Your mom probably had no idea.
No, my mom had no idea. Someone is rich out there off my just.
I'd be like, yeah, can I get
thousands of cards?
I'll give you $4 for this.
Oh, I think she sold the box for $50.
No.
Yeah, she just had no idea. My mom was a very country, not really connected to the internet or anything. Yeah. So she just had no idea, and she was like, "I'm just gonna get rid of all of my daughter's old stuff. Here you go."
I gave them all to my nephew not too long ago because he just recently got into Pokemon.
Yo, guys, check out my first edition Machamp.
Wow, looks just like you.
Yeah, that's why I like him. Hitmonlee first edition PSA 10. Okay, I'm done now.
That was Briggs. That looks like Briggs rolling into the Pokemon shit.
Rolling into the Beyblade tournament. What's up, guys? I'm 7 years old. Oh my god.
I agree. I think the Pokemon, Digimon. I really liked Digimon, and I can remember how much I liked it because it had more serious adventures, I feel like, as far as anime went.
Yo, the Digimon movie was fire.
Yeah, for sure. But Pokemon just has way too much going for it, I feel like.
Pokemon has James, man. That's all you need for Pokemon, really.
James.
Dude, I still love all the James-based memes.
Yeah, think about that. What's it called?
And I mean, the Pokemon movies were pretty great too. Like I feel like they had like a more, they had a more mature tone than the actual anime.
Than the anime, for sure. I agree.
I can remember a bunch of the Pokemon movies, like the Deoxys and Rayquaza one. I watched so much when I was younger. That was the big one for me.
I'm still butthurt on like me watching like 17 seasons of Pokemon, and then as soon as I stop watching, they start winning. And fucking Ash starts winning. I'm so annoyed. I never saw Ash win anything. Like he just got knocked out of the Pokemon League like right away.
Well, I think that's what happened. They're like, yo, we lost Briggs.
They're like, yo, we lost Briggs. How do we get him back?
They
17 years.
They literally saw me. They saw me tweet, and they're like, "Ha, we're gonna get him."
Watch this happen.
I'm like, bro, it's been 13 seasons. Can you win something?
They finally gave our man a win.
They gave our boy a win.
It only took 20 years.
And he's still the same age.
And he's still 13 years old. Telling you, man, he
1 years just lasts a long time.
He got put into a coma in episode 1 by Pikachu, and this has all been a dream.
No, man, I remember watching I think it's the Pokemon movie where they had to like save Mew. I don't know, somewhere in that Pokemon movie lineup. I watched that one so many times.
I think that's the first one.
I used to watch that Pokemon with Mew and Mewtwo every single time I got sick for like the first 16 years of my life.
Yeah, aw.
I had it on VHS.
I think we're all here for Pokemon.
We are all here for Pokemon as well.
Yeah, like honestly, Pokemon. When you like remember back in like our school days, like everyone was into Pokemon. Like it would be weird if a kid in your class didn't have some Pokemon cards or something Pokemon related. And that's why.
I'm the weird kid.
Yeah, T for T. Oh, T. Oh.
That's sad. Anyway. And that's why Pokemon Go was kind of like almost like a throwback to that, because for those of you who remember, like that summer when Pokemon Go launched, like everyone was into it, bro. Like you would just see random 60-year-olds in the park playing Pokemon Go, kids playing Pokemon
outside. Go. It got everybody outside.
I didn't have data on my phone.
Oh,
so I was in my backyard connected to Wi-Fi catching a Pidgey. I'm like, fly over here, please.
I was late to starting Pokemon Go, so I was the person that like tried the hack where you could get Pikachu as a starter, and I did that shit. I walked around like a parking lot like 3-4 times waiting for the starter, and Pikachu popped up, and I got Pikachu as my starter.
Nice.
See, that's the thing. I would literally ask Lauren to go for a walk and be like, "Can I have your hotspot?"
Can I have your hotspot?
Bro, get a better plan, bro, please.
Well, I have data now, dude. How long ago did Pokemon Go come out?
2016.
That's all. Yeah, dude. I was still in high school.
I feel like the world would probably be a better place if Pokemon Go stayed big, but I guess nothing can stay that big that long.
Dude, I probably had like one of those. What did I have in 2016? Like a BlackBerry? Or
there's no way BlackBerry was still
BlackBerry.
No. I went BlackBerry, and then I had like an LG that like slid up, and then I had like a shitty iPhone.
Oh my.
And now I've been Samsung for the last decade. Let's go. All right, so let's move on to the second round of this bracket because Pokemon went through.
Yeah, I also have to leave. Like, I have to actually leave my house at 3:30. So.
Okay, so I
gotta go.
We got Dragon Ball versus Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's gonna be Dragon Ball for me.
Yeah, that's rough because Yu-Gi-Oh has the game.
Yeah, I never
the card
played the
game.
I didn't play the game, and that's why it's an easy one for me.
Because for anime wise, I would say Dragon Ball because I was like super into Dragon Ball at one point, like super like into like with all my friends together, trying to go Super Saiyan and shit.
Oh yeah.
But
alright, where are we at?
Dragon Ball versus
Dragon Ball versus Yu-Gi-Oh.
All right.
Fine, I'll go Dragon Ball, but it's close because of the card game.
It's so tough.
Yu-Gi-Oh Mafia for life.
I used to watch like a similar amount of both growing up too.
Okay, I think I have to go for Yu-Gi-Oh. I was much more of a Yu-Gi-Oh fan.
I'm going Yu-Gi-Oh. I didn't watch Dragon Ball till I was older, and I still love the Yu-Gi-Oh anime.
Agreed.
Seto Kaiba's still number 1.
I still get wrecked off in some Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duels, so.
Seto Kaiba is our boy. That's true.
My Blue Ice White Dragon deck isn't gonna hold out anymore.
Is this 2-2? Wait, what did you vote for, T?
Dragon Ball. Me and T both went Dragon Ball.
It's all up to me. I don't know.
Because Yu-Gi-Oh is witchcraft.
They got crazy hair. Dude, this is
crazy hair.
I don't know what to do on this one because I loved them both growing up. I think even though I play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh now, I think Dragon Ball was just more influential for me like throughout like the first 15 years of my life. Like I literally cosplayed as Goku. Like, my first ever cosplay.
Oh, little Goku.
Yeah, little Goku Briggs. Actually, I wasn't that little. That was like 18-year-old Briggs.
Oh, never mind. I was
never
gonna
mind,
say
never
little
mind.
baby Briggs
Never
with a
mind.
mustache again, but nope, actual Briggs probably did.
No,
have
he
a
went to
mustache.
high school like that.
Yeah.
For like Halloween.
I do remember seeing like a Twitter picture of you in the Goku outfit.
I still have it somewhere.
Yeah, like for a Chad like Briggs, I think Dragon Ball, is seminal.
Like I literally
Yeah,
started
it's just-
working out because of fucking like.
Dragon Ball was just okay. This is gonna sound weird, but maybe it won't sound weird. Dragon Ball to me was just way too like macho, man. Like it was
True,
all
yeah,
about. It was all about the dudes just like going Super Saiyan and like powering up and just all the
it's
fights
like-
and stuff.
Battle shonen for sure. Like,
Yeah, so-
there's like
Oh.
4 female characters in the whole Dragon Ball.
Meanwhile, Yu-Gi-Oh, they summoned some really cute girls, and I was like, yeah, she's so pretty.
It's just my head canon now that Briggs came out of the womb with a full mustache.
It's
Dude,
inevitable.
Always had a mustache.
T, haven't
Like
you seen
5 years old, full bushy mustache.
Dude, you've definitely seen the picture of me like when I was a kid in a suit, right? You've seen that meme.
I feel like I have. I probably have. You must-
The suit was way too big on me, but I looked like a fucking
He
bouncer.
looks like a Chad, bro.
And
He's just a Chad.
No, it's actually so cute. I'll show it to you guys after. I remember tweeting it. I can't believe it. Like I love both of these series, and I'm gonna have to go with Dragon Ball here, boys.
Oh, nice. Dragon Ball moves
Let's
on.
go.
It was rough for me
Understandable.
too. I'm telling you, it was rough for me too. Like beating down those kids who tried to run away with the cards.
Yeah, I mean,
Very nostalgic.
I've rekindled my love for Yu-Gi-Oh, but I feel like Dragon Ball was just like consistently like a part of my upbringing.
That's fair. That's fair. For sure. What are we at on it then?
Beyblade versus Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Yeah, this is Pokemon.
yeah,
that was
Pokemon.
just weird. Everyone's gonna vote Pokemon.
For sure, yeah, because
How much do I
like
love
said,
Beyblade?
You didn't even watch the anime.
He likes playing.
For me, Beyblade was a big part at one point, like it was a phase, but Pokemon has just been so consistent, man.
Yeah.
Pokemon for sure. The nostalgia is way too big for that in multiple different ways, including the anime. Weren't you the one saying they had James?
James. Yeah.
James. That's all you need,
Oh, and
right?
Jessie. Jessie was one of my first waifus.
Oh, I think she was one of many people's first waifus.
My first waifu
Valid.
was Dawn,
I was
and
about to say my first waifu was James.
Valid.
Tal,
That is
you're,
valid.
you're showing your baby age again, damn it.
I mean, it was Dawn and May. Dawn and May was my first two. I love the crap out of both of them when I was younger. But Pokemon all the way.
Wait, what are the two that we're doing? Pokemon versus Beyblade?
Yes.
Oh, that's easy.
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon moves on. All right, we got the finals. Dragon Ball versus Pokemon.
How did I
Ooh.
feel? I had a feeling this was gonna get. This was
Yeah, I
gonna be
mean,
the
to me,
final.
these
I
are the two
figured as
biggest
well.
ones.
These are the
yeah.
two
Yeah,
biggest ones.
I
They're part
agree.
of the big three too.
I
in
actually-
a way.
I predicted Yu-Gi-Oh versus Pokemon, and then I changed
thought it
my
was gonna
own
be
mind.
Yu-Gi-Oh. I
You
thought it was gonna
changed
be
your
Yu-Gi-Oh at
own
the end.
mind.
Yeah, for me, these are the top three are Pokemon, Dragon Ball, and Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just feel like I do think that Pokemon. See, I don't know now. I don't know if I was into Pokemon before Dragon Ball or at the same time. Probably around the same time.
Yeah, I would say probably around the same time, unless you just happen to get into one later on.
Well, no, I just got into it whenever it
Hi.
became popular in the West, because
Yeah.
I didn't like go online and try to seek stuff out myself back then. It was just like, oh, what's on TV or what's everyone talking about? And like Pokemon, I feel like Pokemon had like commercials on TV and all this other stuff, whereas Dragon Ball not as much. Like Pokemon was just a phenomenon for a while. Like yeah, remember they had like Pokemon Happy Meals at McDonald's and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, and I wanted to collect all the Pokemon. Oh, I was such a tool.
I think out of all the anime growing up, I probably watched the most episodes of Pokemon. I would wake up before school early every single day and watch one episode of Pokemon on TV. I remember it was like 8 a.m. I like literally every single day, like 5 days a week, I would for before school watch Pokemon.
And the other thing, though, I didn't even think of this, but I have some nostalgia playing like Budokai with my brother and like friends. You know, on like, which system would it have been? Like,
I have no idea.
PS2 maybe.
I think personally, Pokemon.
Just to a GameCube or something. I don't know.
I was so big into Pokemon. I can't even vote against it ever.
So even though I watched Dragon Ball as like an actual child, I still have better memories with Pokemon.
It is close for me, but I think it just like you combine the game and the cards and waking up and watching the episode every day and like I don't know.
Yeah.
I do something. I have some involvement with Pokemon probably like every year of my life. Like whenever the game comes out, I play it. Like I still sometimes like if I'm at like a anime expo type thing and they have like a cool Pokemon card, I'll buy it.
Yeah, I do remember for like Dragon Ball, I used to like not Google because it would have been some other like I don't know Yahoo search or something back then. But I remember like searching like for, oh, what happens next? What are other Saiyan forms that I don't know about? But for Pokemon, like I remember trying like actually using emulators to play games before they came out in English, in Japanese, and then going through walkthroughs online to like understand the Japanese to what to click on. So yeah, I think my commitment to Pokemon was even greater than Dragon Ball. So I have to go Pokemon.
So I guess Pokemon wins the nostalgia battle royale.
Is it surprising?
Not even a little bit.
No, not even at all.
Even my dad knows who Pikachu is.
Yeah, exactly. Even the boomers know.
I was not gonna put anything in because I was gonna go Pokemon because when I was thinking about Dragon Ball, the earliest memory I had was actually Budokai on the PS2, which I completely forgot about because I didn't play it often.
That was a fun game, though. And that's the thing. Dragon Ball did have games, and Green Claw said Dragon Ball also had cards, but I've never seen Dragon Ball cards. So
I think I only played the Dragon Ball fighting game.
So much, Briggs.
That's
Briggs,
baby Briggs. Look in general chat.
Telling you, man, it's headcanon. Man's got a full blown mustache. I cannot unsee it.
This is exactly what I was just saying.
He's got a full mustache.
That's so good. Oh no.
What an icon.
Except it needs to say, "Let him rip, boys."
What an icon.
Oh, that's so good. Yo, if you had a Pokemon type, what would it be? Like, what element? What do you think you would be categorized as?
Me? Definitely rock.
Or if you were a Pokemon?
You'd be a rock type, Briggs?
Yeah, for sure.
Gotta give him the chat Pokemon.
What about you guys?
I'd probably be dark.
No, that would be Truck Sean. Come on.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, stay off my element.
Stay off.
Someone did like one of these recently and put me as dark type. I don't know if I agree.
What are you talking about, Truck-chan? You would obviously be fighting because you just smash people.
That's true. I can see you knocking Animac out.
I feel like
what? That's valid. That's canon.
I feel like Animac would be grass because you're a basic bitch.
Fighting
or
words.
because I actually touch it, Briggs.
Man's as a starter and tries to give every reasoning as to why you should pick Bulbasaur. To be honestly though, I would feel like it would either be dark or water. I am also kind of a basic bitch. I love water elements.
Yeah, I also strive to be like water.
I would just assume I'll be fire.
That sounds about right.
Sounds about right to me.
I'm thinking
got a bit of
dark
a
or fairy. Dark fairy. Mm-hmm.
Dark Fairy.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, this is what I showed them. I found the meme. I found the meme.
This is Briggs's childhood.
I do remember
It's
Jigglypuff
so
being a
good.
bitch. That was one of the earliest episodes.
Shut your mouth. Jigglypuff came in clutch whenever necessary.
There's
Alright, guys,
no
so that's
reason
it.
to not pick
Pokemon wins.
Bulbasaur. Because Charmander's cool! That's the reason, Valator. He's fire!
Pokemon wins.
Okay, I did pick Squirtle.
You were a Squirtle
I
and
was a Squirtle starter.
starter? I always went fire type. Always.
Well, fire type usually makes sense because the first Pokemon you're gonna go up against will be grass and bug.
But they just always looked the coolest
So
too.
With fire, like it's easy to grow quickly, unless you're like in like a water area, then you'll have a tough time. But if you're like in a normal grass area trying to build and catch Pokemon, fire will be the best. Yeah, so Pokemon wins because Gundam Wing wasn't on it, am I right?
Shut the fuck up.
Otherwise.
I watched my very
Anyway.
first Gundam like anything literally like 3 months ago.
I will say that like Gundam Wing and like Escaflowne and stuff were these cartoons that I would randomly like pop up on YTV, which was like this like Canadian show that showed like kid stuff. And I would like look at that stuff and I was like, yo, this is like cool. This isn't just like your generic Disney show or something. Like there's actual like serious themes and things going on. So I did notice it was different, but I didn't really like search the concept of anime out until much later. But I did notice that this was like special and like more mature. I guess it was for like older kids as opposed to just like everything being super childish and child friendly, like in the West.
Right. I can't believe you didn't put like Cowboy Bebop and like all those on here.
Yeah, I guess you were
I
born-
just stole a
I
bracket,
think
to
we're
be
mostly-
honest.
I think we're also mostly going off of like, you know, ones that most people watched as kids.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
I guess
Cowboy
this could definitely encompass these younger folk, I
It-
suppose.
Yeah, it's
I
not
was
really
gonna
like a
say
starter
Cowboy Bebop is
anime
more of, like,
list.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, 'cause, like,
90s.
Like Bebop and all these good anime that are classics, I ended up watching like over a decade after they came out when I actually got into
Yeah.
anime. So it's not that much nostalgic
Ah,
as,
got
as
you,
this
yeah.
other stuff. Yeah.
That's understandable.
All right. I have to go because I gotta go.
All right.
Let's do an outro.
I gotta go do some stuff. So, outro time.
Rukshan,
Me?
stay classy. Everyone, thank you guys for joining us. Kitty and Tao, appreciate you guys.
Always. Thanks for having me.
Kitty
fun.
forever.
Nah,
No. Rikiri's dead.
It's
Until
dead.
next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.
Bang! Meowth, that's right.
Mother trucker.